Afternoon baseball here on the show. Today we've got a good matchup ahead between the Seattle Mariners and the Chicago White Sox. Stay tuned. White Sox baseball is next. Wood gets the call for game one of the series. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, we're looking at a guy that knows how to pitch. Last year, his ERA was just under 3.5 for the season. And I would imagine going into the offseason, he's looking to better that. And hopefully he gets off to a good start. And we'll see if that starts in this one today.
Here's the third baseman now, Kyle Seager. And we are ready for some daytime baseball.
For Seattle, the third baseman, Kyle Seager.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Right down Broadway that time. Strike one.
First pitch, 111.
And he fouls this one off. Fly ball right down the line in left. And no one will track it down. The 0-2 once more. Fouled away. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And boy, what a battle brewing here as he fouls yet another pitch into the seats. Still stuck on 0-2. Popped him up. Carr moving to his left. One down.
Batting second, the second baseman, Brett Boone.
Digging in now, Brett Boone. He was 1 for 4 with a 2-bagger in yesterday's game. First pitch coming. Here it is.
1-0.
Our temperature here this afternoon creeping up to the 60-degree mark here at first pitch. Bases are empty, one man out. The knuckleball giggling at him as it goes by. 1-1. Boone, once a Minnesota Twin. He signed as a free agent with this organization earlier in the season.
Yeah, he didn't have an opportunity to really get acclimated to this ball club. Showing up during the season is not always easy, opening the doors to a big league clubhouse and trying to get to know your teammates. The best way to get to know them is to go out and produce.
In the dirt, but swung on and missed. And the throw to first is there to record the second out. So striding forward now, Jay Buhner. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. Here it comes. A knuckleball right over the middle of the plate.
That's a pitch he'd like to have back. You're not going to see very many pitches like that from a pitcher of this quality. I'm sure he'd like to have that one back to take a swing at it.
And that's into the corner, a foul ball and right. The 0-2 home. Skied into straightaway right. Dye is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. 1-2-3 go the Mariners. Now it's the White Sox turn in a scoreless ball game. Randy Johnson, the southpaw out of the Golden State, gets the call here. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, Matt, we're getting a chance to look at a guy that added a new pitch to his repertoire, the split finger. He won't throw it that often. I think one of the reasons he tried to pick up this pitch had a difficult time throwing the straight changeup, and sometimes the splitter is the quick pitch fix for that. So it'll be interesting to see how and when he uses the splitter in this one here today.
Now at the plate, Ray Durham. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Fellas, the Mariners entering play here this afternoon. Fair to say they're not playing their best baseball right now. Losers of 5 of their last 6.
Yeah, Matty, I know they dropped the first 3 games of this road trip, but you got to find a way to shower it off. I always said that when I left the field after I took that shower after the game, it's got to go down the drain. That game has got to go away. They find themselves in a new series right now with a chance to redeem themselves.
And now a soft liner to the left side. Count still at 1-2. Now here's the pitch. Fouled off. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
He put up a pretty good battle at the plate right there. They finally get him on a 1-2 pitch, but you could see that he wasn't laying down without a fight. He really made the pitcher earn that strikeout.
So now to the plate, Minnie Minoso. As he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. And set up working the plate is Matthew Ross, as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
Well, D-Row, you better be ready to swing. With Matt Ross behind the dish, big zone.
Yeah, you know coming into this one, you better pull the trigger. If something's close, Matt Ross is going to punch your ticket.
Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. And he lays off again, ball 3.
Good job to work the count and put himself back in the driver's seat. Started off with 1 strike, and now he's got the count in his favor, 3-1.
3-2. And he missed with that one. It's ball 4. A 1-out walk here in the home first.
And that's the beauty of having a guy in the 2-hole like him. He's almost like another leadoff hitter, working a walk with just 1 out. And I think there's a good chance that he's going to be on the move at some point.
So striding in, Paul Konerko, and he's hoping to get things turned around here in April, entering play with an average down in the 220s. Here's a look over to first, and he has to dive, but he's back in easily. From the stretch. Minoso, base runner at first with 1 out. And maybe a little frustrated on the mound here as the fastball misses for ball 2 now.
He's having a really hard time finding his rhythm and finding the strike zone. It's going to allow this offense to keyhole him in big situations. He's got to figure it out pretty quick.
Now the 2-0 home.
We're seeing a good AB here from the 3-hole hitter. If he can work a walk or pick up a hit here, he's going to put that cleanup guy in a really good position to do some damage in this first inning.
And he misses again here. It's ball 4. And that's back-to-back walks here with 1 away.
Some guys take a little time to find the zone, but with the second walk of the first inning, it might be a little more than just settling in here. Not sure how long of a leash they'll give him, but they're not going to let him walk the world out there.
Standing in, Jermaine Dye. The average currently sits below 200 in the early part of the season, so he's hoping for a turnaround starting in this one. First offering on its way.
Off the plate, ball 1.
And a liner foul into the seats down the right side.
He was absolutely all over that fastball. Have to find a way to keep that fair.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1.
Count for 2-1.
Boy, this hole he's digging on the mound is all his doing. If you can't throw strikes, you're not going to be out there very long.
High in the air down the right field line. Right fielder is on the run. And he makes the catch in the corner.
Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Jose Abreu.
Coming to the plate now, Jose Abreu. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A ball and no strikes. 2 down, runners at first and second. That evens it up 1-1. Abreu flat out dominates against left-handed pitching. Makes a lot of contact and hard contact at that. No doubt one of the biggest threats in the sport in these types of matchups.
Yeah, Matty, it's a pretty special skill set to absolutely hammer left-handed pitching. You don't see it too much. I mean, this game's 75% right-handed power coming down your throat. So when you see a guy that hammers left-handed pitching, you know he's putting the time in the cage.
Smoke toward the hole, and that's through into right field for a base hit. He'll come home with it, and not in time as he just crosses the plate in time.
Dan, you were 1 pitch away from getting out of this. 2 outs, 2 strikes on the batter, and he's able to throw out a really nice.
Dero, it's hard to get more frustrated than that as a pitcher. You're 1 pitch away from getting out of a lot of traffic on the bases, getting into the inning, and next thing you know, you give up a 2-out, 2-strike base hit. Nothing more frustrating for a pitcher than to have that happen.
Standing in now, Robin Ventura. Out in front as this is pulled foul into the seats. And he's looking to get it going. Off to a bit of a slow start this year. Comes set, the 0-1. Strike 2 swinging just out in front of the slider. The 0-2. And it's fouled away. Ready on 0-2. 2 men are on with 2 men out. And another foul ball. Hard on the ground toward short. Vizquel scoops it up. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. White Sox pick up just the 1. We move ahead to the top of the second now, and the White Sox are out in front 1-0. Second inning set to go, and standing in is the DH, Edgar Martinez.
Edgar Martinez.
First pitch coming. Here it is. 0-1 the count. The pitch. Hit pretty well out toward right center field. Jackson is to his left as he puts it away in the alley for the first out of the inning.
That is fifth, the center fielder, Mike Cameron.
So digging in now, Mike Cameron. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Here's the pitch. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And it's a foul ball. The windup and the 0-1. Hit on the ground out to short. He's right there. Throws over to Konerko for out number 2. So stepping in, Alvin Davis, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. The pitch.
Count 1-0.
The 1-0. Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. And that one is gone. So that's his first home run in the big leagues, and it's fair to say it's a moment he'll never forget.
Well, there's no doubt about that, Matt. People ask him 50 years from now who he hit it off of and what stadium he was playing in, and he'll remember it all. Heck, he'll probably remember what kind of pitch it was, too. Hopefully he can get the ball back so that can go in his trophy case forever.
Into the box now, Jones.
Number 9.
As he'll take a look at a strike on the outside corner, it's 0-1. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. The windup and the 0-1. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Minoso will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Mariners strike back to tie things on the solo home run. We'll go to the bottom of the second, all tied at 1-1. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and that'll bring up the outfielder, Joe Jackson.
The center fielder, Joe Jackson.
First pitch on its way. Strike taken up in the zone. Cold strike on the outside part of the plate, 0-2. Here's a pop-up now, and this is going to wind up a foul ball. The 0-2 once more. Pulled toward right center field. Cameron is to his left as he puts it away in the alley for the first out of the inning.
Batting in, the pitcher, Ron Carr.
Now batting, Ron Carr. First delivery to him on the way.
Ball. 0-1, no strike.
One out, nobody on. A ball and a strike now. Now the 1-1 pitch. Is strike two swinging.
Ooh-wee. That was some smoke right there. High fire right on by.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes.
Ball, that's out.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. On the ground to the right side. Fielded cleanly. On to first, and there were 2 down.
Batting 9.
Set to get his day started, Louis Aparicio, and it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. First pitch is a slider called for a strike.
Look at the radar gun on that slider. Off-speed pitch, 91 miles an hour. That's just pure filth.
2 out, nobody on. And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Down in order go the White Sox. We played 2 full innings, and we are tied 1-1. Top of the third set to get underway, and now it'll be the catcher, Mike Zunino.
Mike Zunino.
Pitch on its way now to Zunino. Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes. Fly ball right down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. Down low, 2 balls and a strike. 2-2 now.
2 balls, 2 strikes, a crucial count for both pitcher and hitter. So, Dan, what was your approach on the mound in that count? Do you still pitch for the strikeout here?
Action pitch right here, 2-2. The last thing you want to do is to fall behind and count 3-2.
Count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Pitch is popped up. Konerko waits on it. Makes the play, 1 away. One gone now in the Mariners' 3rd inning, and that'll bring up one of the all-time shortstops, Omar Vizquel. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Hit hard on the ground to second. Throws over to Konerko for out number 2. Ready now, Kyle Seager. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory.
Yeah, Matt, he's got to make an adjustment right here. His swing definitely broke down, dropped his back shoulder, and thus the result was a terrible pop-up foul.
Popped him up. Ventura has room in foul territory, and that's the 3rd out. Mariners are down in order. After 2.5, it remains a 1-1 ball game. Standing in, Ray Durham. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one. And we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. Two and 1 count to the Pale Hose leadoff hitter.
2 balls, 1 strike, count.
Three balls and a strike to the Chicago leadoff hitter.
To be honest with you, I'm a little bit more afraid of the guy on deck than the guy that's up right now. If I'm on the mound, I want this guy up right now. He's the guy that's got to beat me.
Set to deal. Here's the 3-1. On a gift of a swing there. It's 3-2 now.
He was able to sneak that fastball by him on 3-1, so now we've got a battle on our hands.
And good patience exercised as he works out the walk to lead off the home half of the 3rd.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
Stepping into the box, Minnie Minoso. He scored after reaching on a walk in his first at-bat. comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
That was a pretty good fastball after he walked the hitter previous. There was a little angry on that heater.
Leadoff man aboard here in a 1-1 ball game. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Down the left field line and deep. And that's going to land foul. The 1-2. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Center fielder giving chase. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning. One out here in the Chi Sox third. And that'll bring up the first baseman, Paul Konerko. Has a look, now the pitch.
Whew, that was some gas. Triple digits on the radar gun.
And he misses with it, 1-1. And it's 2-1 now to Konerko. And he fires a fastball now for a called strike 2.
Hey, pretty aggressive pitch right there up in the zone. Surprised he didn't offer at it.
Pulls this one in the air out to left. Jones is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. Striding into the box, Jermaine Dye. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
The 1-0 delivery. And now here's a ball hit pretty well out toward right center field. Right fielder giving chase. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. White Sox leave 1 through 3 complete, all tied 1 apiece. All set for the start of the 4th, and that'll bring in the second baseman, Brett Boone. First pitch of the at-bat. This ball's hit in the air down the right side and out of play. 0-1. And now pitch on the way. A shot to second base and handled for the first out.
Now batting, the right fielder, Jay Buhner.
Striding in, Jay Buhner. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. First pitch on its way. And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. And he fouls this one off. Lifted in the air toward the line and right, but this will wind up being a foul ball. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Long run for the center fielder. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away. Striding forward now is the DH, Edgar Martinez. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. And now a pitch on the way. The windup and the 0-1. Now a swing and a fly ball. And it's a foul ball. Grounder down the line at third. But this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2. 0-2 count, and the pitch. Line to the right side. He leaps, but he can't get it. It's down for extra bases. Well, that's why they call baseball a game of inches.
Yeah, you're right, Matt. He showed some serious hops, but not serious enough. He goes up high for it with the good leap, but he just can't bring it in, and that allows him to cruise into second with a good piece of hitting.
At the plate now, Mike Cameron, as he'll take a look at ball one. Runner in scoring position with two gone. The set and the 1-0. Back up the middle. Oh, look at the dive. It's in time. That was exceptional. He got the out and prevented the runner from having a chance to score. The defense on display on this beautiful diving stoppage short. More baseball on the show right after this. Welcome back to the South Side as we check in with Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. I had a chance to talk with White Sox manager Rick Renteria between innings about his thoughts on his lineup's performance. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. He said he's been really happy with how many balls they've hit hard and on a line. Looking at the numbers, they've had 7 total line drives. And even though some of those have resulted in outs, he says it's that kind of consistent contact that leads to W's in the standings.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks.
For the White Sox, the designated hitter, Jose Abreu.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Jose Abreu is in for his second plate appearance as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
And this ball's pretty well struck high and deep to left field. Left fielder looking up. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. It's a solo home run for Jose Abreu. First home run of the campaign for him as the White Sox move ahead 2-1.
Well, he had success earlier in the day, driving in their only run. And that success continues when he takes this pitch to his liking and makes sure some lucky kid gets a souvenir. He's been huge for them in this one.
Stepping in now, Robin Ventura. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty, it's strike one. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Down the left field line and deep. And no one will track it down. Now here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out.
Every pitcher gives up home runs, some more than others, but the best ones forget about them as soon as the next guy digs into the batter's box. He showed me a lot right there by going after the next hitter and striking him out on only 3 pitches.
To the plate now, Joe Jackson. As he'll take a look at a curveball that drops in there on the outer half. It's strike one. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. This one's down to third. There is Seager. Throw on to first, 2 gone. Digging in, Ron Carr. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First pitch of the at-bat.
Hey, this isn't exactly the way you'd like to draw it up. Not throwing a lot of first pitch strikes, but the bottom line is he's getting outs.
And he checks his swing. Did he go around? Yes, says the first base umpire. Strike two. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Pitch is popped up. And he'll get under it to put it away in foul territory, and that ends the inning. But for the Sox, a run here in the inning on the solo home run. We're through 4. It's now 2-1 Chicago. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Mariners manager Scott Service during the break about his team's offensive performance so far. And one thing he stressed to me is the need for them to have more competitive at-bats the rest of the game. He told me he can't recall many times where they've been able to get to a full count today. And while that's not always a necessity for success, they've clearly had their struggles today, especially when it comes to making things difficult on the opposing pitching.
All right, Heidi, thank you. All set for the start of the inning, and here comes the first baseman, Alvin Davis.
And he did hit a knuckleball out in his last at-bat, and that's not an easy pitch to hit out. Sometimes that knuckleball has a mind of its own. It darts in, it darts up, it darts down and away. This guy can handle a knuckleball.
Oh, right back to him on the mound. And he'll flip on to first to record the out. Now at the plate, Jones. Pitch on the way.
It's no wonder this guy's pitch count is so low. If they keep swinging on the first pitch, he's got a real chance to go deep into this one.
Fouled away. The 1-1. High in the air out to center field. Jackson is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. So here's Mike Zunino. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Here comes the first pitch. The 1-0. On the ground and right at the shifted infielders. Throw on to Konerko will be in time, and the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the Mariners. They still trail it here 2-1. Set now for the bottom of the 5th, and coming forward now is the shortstop, Luis Aparicio. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hit in the air out to left. Jones comes in a few steps as he hauls it in for the first out.
Up next for Chicago.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Ray Durham. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. Line to second, where it's caught there for out number 2.
Now batting, number 9.
Digging in once again, Minnie Minoso. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First pitch on its way. Breaks his bat as this one's popped up, and he'll avoid the fragments out there to make the catch that ends the inning. White Sox down on just 4 pitches. They lead it 2-1. Next for Seattle, Omar Vizquel. He'll start things out in the 6th for a lineup that really hasn't found its groove in this one.
Yeah, only 2 hits so far, Matt, and not very many hard hit balls either. We'll see if they can start making some adjustments.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Looking at his career totals, Vizquel hits a little over the 270 mark. The windup and the 0-1. Hit the other way out toward right field. Long run for the right fielder. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out.
Now batting, the third base.
Digging in, Kyle Seager. In his last at-bat, he popped out in foul ground.
Yeah, but everything looked clean. He was on time. He looked powerful in the box. I guarantee you he wants that swing back. He's still thinking about it as he walks to the plate right here.
And he connects with it. This one's hit deep out to left center field. Gone! A solo home run here for Kyle Seager, leaving him one shy of 200 for his career as the Mariners have come back to tie things at 2. At the plate, Brett Boone.
Second baseman, Brett Boone.
As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Oh and 1, here it comes.
So far in this game, he's the only guy in the lineup that's gone down on strikes.
This is the only guy in the lineup that struck out so far, and now he finds himself in the hole with 2 strikes.
Swing and a long drive again. This one to deep center. Out of here. Back-to-back home runs, and they've taken the lead. So it's a solo shot to dead center. Second home run early in the year. And with it, the Mariners move out in front 3-2. Ball's jumping in this one. That's the 4th to leave the yard so far.
Matty V, this is kind of a mini home run derby, D-Row. Ball flying out of the ballpark today.
Just great approaches by both lineups today. We were around the cage during batting practice. Both were super confident, and it's coming to fruition today.
So now to the plate, Jay Buhner, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. No hits to this point. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Squared that one up just a little late. 3 runs, 4 hits, and no errors in the game for the Mariners to this point. Inside, as he might be trying to set him up here 1-2. Takes this the other way to right. Dye is over to his right as he puts this one away. 2 down.
Well, this one was squared up pretty good, but just like pitchers give up hits on well-executed pitches, batters make outs on balls they couldn't have hit much better.
Striding forward now, the Mariners cleanup hitter, Edgar Martinez. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. First offering on its way. Pretty well struck high and deep to left field. Looking up is the left fielder. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. A solo shot here to left. First home run of the campaign for him, and it gives the M's a 4-2 lead. Into the box now, Mike Cameron.
Mike Cameron.
Liner toward right center. And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1-for-3 game so far. The tag, and they'll get him at second. And with that, the side is retired. So they get 3 runs here, all coming via solo home runs. Part of the order, 3, 4, and 5 coming up. It's the Mariners 4 and the White Sox 2. Bottom of the inning now, and set to go is the veteran first baseman, Paul Konerko.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
And he takes a cold strike, 0-1.
Pitcher wants to have a quick inning right here, capitalize on the momentum his batters have.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Good fastball as he gets the swing and a miss. Well, it's been a good outing so far, but he hasn't really racked up the strikeout totals that you might think, Dan.
Yeah, but for him, Matt, he's more of a pitch-to-contact kind of guy, and obviously it's working so far, and the way he pitches, it really keeps his pitch count down.
And Konerko lays off a pitch that misses, so it's back to even at 2-2.
Having a hard time putting this hitter away here, and when I was looking at the tape on him from his last start, this is what I saw a lot of. He's not closing the door on guys, and when that's the case, they eventually get a pitch that they can do something with.
And he comes back with one down and in for ball 3.
And in a 2-run game right here, you really don't want to walk the leadoff guy to start an inning. You got to keep that tying run in the on-deck circle as long as you can.
And that one misses, so the leadoff man will head down to first on ball 4 to start the bottom of the 6th.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're trying to put a start away. Make him work his tail off, throw a lot of pitches, and get on base any way that you can. A big inning at this point of the game, and he's probably gone.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Jermaine Dye. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. From the stretch, here's the pitch.
Now this is the kind of count this guy feeds on at the plate. You can bet he's geared to hit the fastball right here.
The 2-0 on the way. And here's a slider, strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
You know what was really impressive to me about that strikeout? He fell behind 2-0 to start the at-bat. That's a pretty bad place to be, but then he kind of refocused himself and came right back with 3 quality pitches in a row to set him down. That's not easy to do, but now his focus has to hone in on getting ahead on the next guy.
So here's Jose Abreu as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. 2 hits in 2 trips for him thus far. The 1-0.
Great job of doubling up with a fastball inside. A lot of times you'll see a pitcher go in there, but they won't go back in there a second time. This guy's not afraid to pitch inside.
2 runs on 2 hits, and no errors so far for the White Sox. Lifted in the air toward the line and right, but this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and rip it down the line, but that wasn't a great pitch to do it on. It's really not the best 2-strike approach either.
In now, Robin Ventura, as he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball. 0-1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Tying run at the plate, the 0-1. Hopped up. Davis shading to his right, and that retires the side. So no runs on no hits, no errors, and a runner left. 7th inning coming up. The M's lead it 4-2. Lucas Giolito will come on out of the bullpen as he'll be appearing in his 3rd game this season.
Number 27, Lucas Giolito.
Into the box now, Alvin Davis.
The first baseman, number 21.
First delivery to him on the way.
Hey.
To short. He's got it. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7. Now to the plate, Jones. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Some action now in the White Sox bullpen. They'll stand up a lefty and a right-hander to throw. Now the 1-0 is laid off, but in there for strike 1. Turned on down the line, but a foul ball. 1-2 now. And now pitch on the way. Back up the middle and in for a base hit.
Hey guys, he was obviously trying to bury that slider down and in. Nice execution by the batter right there, keeping his hands inside and fighting it off for a nice base hit.
Here now is Mike Zunino. Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Here's the 0-1. And this one's in the dirt, but it won't skip away far enough for the runner to advance. Drilled to the right side, and that's through for a hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Boy, that's one of the, I guess, the advantages of hitting with that hole between first and second base, D-Row. First baseman has to hold that runner on. That leaves that right side wide open.
Yeah, and credit the batter right there. Nice piece of hitting right there. Not trying to do too much. He took a look at the defense and saw it where it was aligned and tried to beat him.
Has a look, now the pitch. Omar Vizquel comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. From the belt, the pitch. A ball and a strike. 7th inning here at the ballpark. 4-2 our score. Fastball close, but he didn't get it. 2-1.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be really aggressive. With 2 guys already on, pretty good shot. He's going to get a challenge pitch right here.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Good take there to lay off the high fastball.
Somebody's getting frustrated. He's not used to getting hit around like this.
Swing and a line drive, but this will land foul as he didn't miss by much. Now the payoff pitch home. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. And he'll lay out to make a spectacular catch. Wow. And he'll make it up safely to third, so they're at the corners now with 2 men out.
There are 2 parts to every great catch. 1, getting the right route to make the play, and 2, hanging on. That was a terrific diving catch by the outfielder.
Kyle Seager will stand in yet again as we flash you back to the middle innings. This was a turning point here. A solo home run that was really one of the key at-bats of the ball game to this point. First pitch coming. Here it is. Runners at the corners, 2 men out. Lifted the other way down the left field line. And that will end up a foul ball. So 1-1.
Hey, it looks like this guy's going to work in the upper part of the strike zone. It'll be interesting to see if this lineup can adjust to the way he pitches.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. Minoso is there, and he puts this one away for the 3rd out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. Mariners leave a couple as they can't add to their 4-2 lead. Leading off the inning, Joe Jackson, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Saws him off here as this ball's popped into the air. And no one will get this one. Here's the 0-1. Hit out towards second. Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
Now batting,
Stepping up to the plate, Ron Carr. Here comes the first pitch. And he lays off there, 1-0. And double-barreled action now in the Mariner bullpen as both a left-hander and a right-hander start to throw. 1 out, nobody on. Two and 0. Hit down the third baseline, but a foul ball, and it's 2-1 now. The pitch. And this is sliced foul into the stands in right, out of play. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Some guys with big arms like this, they're just chuckers. They just throw the ball as hard as they can, and where it ends up isn't that big of a concern, but that wasn't the case there. That was a very well-pitched fastball right on the corner at the knees. Good luck hitting that one.
Stepping in now, Louis Aparicio, as he'll watch a first pitch curveball drop in there for strike 1. Next pitch will be number 100 for him now through 6 2/3. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Ball 1 taken just off the inside.
Hey, this guy's got to be pretty proud of what he's done so far. It's never easy to pitch on the road, but to have this kind of outing in a ballpark that is notoriously known as being hitter friendly, it's been a treat to watch.
Counts a ball and 2 strikes to the White Sox shortstop. Fouled off. Trying to send him packing for the second time. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
This is a fun guy to watch when he's up there. Really battles. Doesn't take any pitches off. He's a grinder. Always seems to make it difficult on the opposing pitcher.
And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2.
One of the things you want to do with a starter, get that pitch count up. Here's another productive at bat, as this count now gets to 3 balls and 2 strikes.
And he takes ball 4, so he's on. And as you know, that often means the steal could be in order here.
Man, you hate to give up a 2-out walk to anybody, but especially to a speed demon like him. Good chance he's running here, and good luck trying to stop him.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Ray Durham. And we'll see if they can make him pay for the 2-out walk. Always considered a big no-no, of course. First pitch on its way. Ball 1. A runner on first with 2 away. Swung on and missed. 1-1. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone.
You know he's probably cheating on that inside pitch after he got jammed earlier. If you're on the mound right now, you want to try to hit that outside corner, and there's a pretty good chance you'll get him to roll over something.
Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1.
When you're playing close games like this, base runners mean everything, so he can ill afford to start giving away free passes.
2 out with the man at first. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
Good spot for an RBI. Put the ball in play with the runner in motion. He could score all the way from first.
Line to the right side. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit. So now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
Nice approach by the batter right there. When you know your boy is moving, you start seeing stuff happening out of your peripheral vision. Wait for him to lock in, stay within his at-bat, not swing at something outside the zone, and now put it first and third.
Now here comes the Mariners skipper out to the mound. And a change is in the offing, as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. So he'll leave with the lead. Can't lose this one, but he is responsible for the 2 runners out there, so he could get a no decision if they were to come around and score. Eric Hansen trots in from the bullpen here as he inherits a tough spot with 2 on and 2 away. Digging in to try it again, Minnie Minoso. And Dan, this could be a real make or break situation at this point in the game.
Yeah, Matt, at least scoring 1 run in this inning is so important to them to possibly get back into this thing. Baseball doesn't have a clock, but you only have 27 outs to work with. They're running out of those pretty quick.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Here's a line drive into center field. It's a base hit. Scoring is the runner from third, and that'll cut the lead down to 1.
Hey, Dero, there's a prime example of a little ambush piece, right? Come up there looking to hit right off the get-go. First pitch comes in, whack, base hit.
Yeah, you want to know if this guy was ready to go? He had a game plan. Hashtag ambush. Here we go now.
Into the box, Paul Konerko. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. It was a walk in his last trip. Ball and a strike.
Looked like he was going to wait him out, see if he was going to come over the heart of the plate. Well, newsflash, he is, and this hitter's going to adjust his batting gloves, and he better be ready in the box.
Big spot. 2 out, possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2. Now a hard liner. Foul. Now a swing and a deep drive to left. And as is heard on television all throughout Chicagoland, you can't put it on the board. Yes! Konerko will touch them all. A 3-run homer. Second home run early in the year, and it's now 6-4.
Wow, the pitching staff has to love this one, right? They were down 1, and with one swing of the bat, they're up 2. What a turnaround in this one.
At the plate, Jermaine Dye.
The right fielder, Jermaine.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. He could really use a knock here, 0 for 3 in the game so far. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And he takes this one high, 1-1.
That was a tempting pitch to swing at right there. A big power guy like this really wants something that he can elevate and drive out of the ballpark.
The count now at 2-1. All even now, 2-2. And that misses, so it's a full count, 3-2.
If you're at the plate right now, you have to realize who's on deck. I guarantee you something's over the heart of the plate. You have to be aggressive in the zone right here.
And he strikes him out here, so he's able to stop the bleeding a bit as this side is retired. But 4 runs score in the inning, 3 coming right here on the 3-run home run. We're through 7 this afternoon. It's a 2-run lead now. It's 6-4. Roberto Hernandez has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Roberto Hernandez.
Ready to begin the 8th, and that'll give way to the veteran second baseman, Brett Boone.
It's not easy to hit a 95-mile-an-hour fastball to straightaway center field. And this guy's last at bat, he hit that knuckleball, the flutter ball, straightaway center field and crushed it.
Outfield in the no doubles defense. Now the first pitch.
Tying run stands on deck, but it'll only matter if the guy in the box can get on base.
Yeah, and that has to be his mentality at the plate right now, Matt. He can't be the hero, so he needs to do what he can to give the guy behind him a chance to be the guy.
And it's fouled away. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Reined in. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jay Buhner. First delivery to him on the way. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. Now here it comes. One out, nobody on. And he fouls this one off. The 2-1. Fouled away. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And this is swung on and missed. Two are quickly retired to start inning number 8.
That was aggressive pitching in that at bat, and I like seeing that. He showed all hard stuff until the 5th and final pitch for the strikeout. When you work off your hard stuff, it really opens up your secondary pitches to be more deceptive.
Standing in now, Edgar Martinez. Little chopper back to the mound. Throw on to Konerko gets him, and the inning is over. Mariners are down in order. They trail it here 6-4. Bottom of inning number 8 set to go, and digging in is the veteran DH, Jose Abreu.
Jose Abreu.
Here comes the first pitch. The windup and the 0-1. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Got him to chase after the curveball below the zone there. That was a really nice pitch, and it can be a really tough one to lay off of as a hitter.
Down and away, it's a ball and 2 strikes.
Well, that's a pitch right there you gotta just lay off. There's a good chance he's going to throw it on 0-2, and if you can recognize it starting down in the zone, you know it's only going to go down from there.
And a big cut at the breaking ball, but he comes up empty, and that's the first out. Coming to the plate now, Robin Ventura. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Couldn't help himself that time as he chases one below the knees. It's strike 1.
They've done a real nice job keeping this guy into wraps in this one. No hits for him so far, and what stands out to me is they're going right after him. They're not pitching him like they're afraid he's going to do any damage.
Now at the plate, Joe Jackson. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Hit in the air out to right. Long run for the right fielder. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the White Sox. They still lead it 6-4. Keith Folk comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th.
Number 29, Keith Folk.
All set to start the 9th in this one, and at the plate will be the speedy outfielder, Mike Cameron.
Looking for base runners here as they're down 2 playing on the road. Not an easy thing to do, trying to score runs or bunch hits together off of a closer.
No balls and a strike to count. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. Fouled off. Fastball laid off well below the knees.
Hey, that 0-2 fastball wasn't even close, but on hit right now, I'm still sitting on that heater. The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2. He started this guy backwards, couple of off-speed pitches early, followed by back-to-back heaters. He can go either way he wants to go right now.
And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Now the payoff pitch home. And this pitch misses here. It's ball 4, and they've got a leadoff base runner aboard to start the 9th.
That's an excellent at-bat right there. Fell behind early 1-2. Didn't panic or start chasing pitches out of the zone. He's able to lay off 3 pitches in a row, and he's standing on first with no outs. That's a great job.
Ready for another shot now, Alvin Davis. He's set and the pitch. And a good first pitch as he gets him to bounce one on the ground out towards second. And a good throw gets him one gone.
Now back.
Ready once again, Jones. He singled his last time up.
Yeah, and they take another single right here. That third base coach is dying to wave his arms. I wouldn't be surprised if anything hit hard through the infield. He's going to wave him.
This one smoked the other way, high and deep to left. But that'll stay in the park as it's off the wall. And he is in there.
Man, that's got to be a base running mistake right there. But taking a look at it, I guess, in his defense, he had to wait to see if the ball was going to be caught. By the time he saw it get down, the ball was already on its way back to the infield.
So now to the plate, Mike Zunino, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. Pitch on its way now to Zunino.
Looked like he was cheating a heater right there. A little bit too far out in front. Gotta find a way to keep his hands back.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Runners are at second and third with one down. A ball and 2 strikes to the Mariners catcher. A little too much bite on the breaking ball that time as it's well off the outside.
Hey, this isn't going to be an easy save. These guys are making him work for this one.
Yanked the slider across that time, laid off for a ball.
Wow, this is a pretty good at-bat right here. From down in the count 0-2 to work the count back to 3-2. And he's seen a lot of pitches, too.
Second and third here, 1 man out. And this is swung on and missed, so they come right after him, and it remains second and third, but with 2 away now.
Anytime a pitcher locates a fastball on the inside corner, it's going to be a tough pitch to hit. That one was spot on, and he had no answer for it.
At the plate now, Omar Vizquel, as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. The 1-0. Runners at second and third with 2 gone. Swing and a miss, and they're up against it now as they're down to their final strike of the afternoon.
Boy, I love the way he's competing out there on the mound right now. He's got a chance to rack back-to-back Ks with 2 runners in scoring position. He's not giving in at all.
Last chance for the Mariners. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Now this crowd of just over 21,000 are on their feet. Lifted down the line in left. And this ball game is tied. That's a hit. The throw, and he's tagged out at second. That ends the inning, but 2 runs do count on the play. So not a good turn of events for this home crowd as now their 9th inning lead has evaporated. The White Sox with a chance to walk it off as we go to the last of the ninth.
Edwin Diaz enters the game from the pen, and because this is a non-save situation, it's evident that they're just trying to get him some work after having not thrown in several days.
Yeah, and this is all about just getting him some work, guys. He hasn't had a chance to come in and close the game out for several days now, so they're just hoping they can keep him sharp and give him the chance to pitch in a real game situation here.
Ron Carr is in to start things out as he swings and misses at that one at strike one. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Comes set and the 0-1. And it's fouled away. Diaz is pretty much a manager's dream coming out of the bullpen. High strikeouts, doesn't walk a lot of batters, usually a recipe for a lot of success.
Oh, that's one of the keys. I think if you were to build the perfect relief pitcher, you'd want a guy that throws a lot of strikes, that minimizes the base on balls, and nobody does it as good as this guy does right now in the game of baseball.
So we got him swinging. Ron Carr sent packing to begin the bottom of the inning.
Luis Aparicio.
To the plate now, Luis Aparicio, as he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
No problems for him on the mound since he's come out of the pen to start this inning. That's back-to-back Ks, and he's making it look pretty easy. This has the makings of a good outing so far.
Into the box, Ray Durham, as he'll reach unsuccessfully at a slider away at strike one.
Man, that's 7 straight strikes to start this inning. He's got a chance at an immaculate inning.
Comes set, the 0-1. Awfully close with the slider there, but it's 1-1.
In my opinion, there is no one in this bullpen that relishes a moment like this on the mound other than this guy. It looks like he feeds off the challenge of pitching in tight games.
The set and the 1-1. And now a fastball, but he's able to hold off on it, and it's 2-1 now. 2 out, nobody on. Hard ground ball to third. Seager has it. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So they can't get that winning run home, and that means free baseball here this afternoon. 10th inning coming up, and we are all even at 6 apiece. Lamar Hoyt takes the mound as he'll be the first man to pitch here in extra innings.
Number 31, Lamar Hoyt.
We are into extra innings, and into bat next the third baseman Kyle Seager. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Hit hard to the right. Foul. Seager behind with an 0-2 count.
Threw that fastball right by him. He had no chance to get the barrel of that one.
And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
If you've got a good fastball going and they're not handling, keep throwing it. Now, right there, 3 fastballs in a row. He gone.
Stepping in now, Brett Boone. And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1.
1-1.
Bases are empty, one man out. And he fouls this one off. Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are two gone.
The main job of the number 1 and 2 hitters is to set the middle of the order up with an opportunity to do some damage. So when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
At the plate, Jay Buhner. As he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0 for 4 ball game right here. Into the wind, the 0-1.
Outside, that's the ball.
You know, something to keep in mind, they're really burning through that bullpen, and this is only the first game of the series. Definitely could have an impact on the rest of the series and maybe even the whole week ahead.
Here's the 1-1.
Ball, that's his salad.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. He stays alive, still 2-2. Even at 2-2. The pitch. And he strikes him out here for out number 3. So after a scoreless top half, they'll have a chance to win it here in the bottom half. 1, 2, 3 go the Mariners. This game remains tied at 6. Ready for the bottom of the 10th here. And next will be a speed threat in the form of outfielder Minnie Minoso.
Number 9.
From the stretch. And that's in there for strike one. Just a bit high with the fastball, but didn't get the call. The 1-1 is taken for ball 2. Two and 2. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out.
Now back, first baseman.
Into the box, Paul Konerko. A hit and 2 tries for him so far.
And that last at-bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here 0-1. Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball. 1 out, nobody on. Hit back up the middle. And that finds its way into center for a 1-out base hit.
Hey, nice piece of hitting right there to put the winning run on base. I know there's 1 out in the inning. They got 1 more to play with that they could potentially be productive with. But this guy's looking to end this right now and put something in a gap.
In now, Jermaine Dye. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Cameron is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. So to the plate is the White Sox DH, Jose Abreu. He has no prior history against this pitcher. Here's the first pitch.
Yeah, he made up his mind early to take the first pitch because that thing was right down the middle.
Possible winning run stands at first with 2 out here. high in the air down the right field line. But this will wind up being a foul ball. And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball. The next 1-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Grounded to the right. Throw on to first, and we are going to the 11th inning. A man left for the White Sox. We're still tied 6-6. 11th inning set to get underway, and striding forward the designated hitter, Edgar Martinez.
Edgar.
First offering on its way. In there, strike one. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
In my opinion, one of the toughest pitches in the game to square up. Just a heavy sinker with good downward action.
Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Trying to pick up that outside corner, but this misses, and it's back to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Still 2-2. The pitch.
Not surprised he's laid on a heater right there. Just saw an off-speed pitch. Wanted to stay back a little bit too long.
Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
Great spot on that 2-2 fastball. You can't place it on the inside corner any better than that. And as a hitter, there's just not a whole lot you can do with that unless you're looking for it and time it just right. Love seeing a guy that can work the inside with his fastball.
So now to the plate, Mike Cameron, as the sinker to him finds the zone for strike 1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone. Push to the right side, and this will get taken in at first for the second out of the inning. At the plate, Alvin Davis. He's 1 for 4 for the game. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. The 0-1. Fouled away. 2 out, nobody on. Down and away, it's a ball and 2 strikes.
As a hitter, you got to be staunch in your game plan. You know he has a nasty changeup, and you got to fight to make sure it's in the zone. That's a great take right there.
Sharp ground ball to third. Scooped up. Throw on to Konerko will be in time, and the inning is over. Mariners are down in order. Score remains tied 6 apiece. Jamie Moyer takes over now to start the home 11th, and he's looking to get this one to the visiting 12th.
Jamie Moyer.
Set now for the bottom of the 11th, and set to go as the third baseman, Robin Ventura.
Robin Ventura.
First pitch of the at-bat.
Don't expect too many more high fastballs in this one. He is known for his sinker, keeping the ball on the ground.
And there's ball 1.
1-1.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
That's where he wants that sinker to end up, but that was a nice job of laying off.
And this will be fouled away. Here now the 2-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
The center fielder.
Into the box now, Joe Jackson. Now the pitch. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Cameron is there. 2 gone.
The batter.
Up next for Chicago, Ron Carr, looking to change his fortunes here. 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts so far in the game. First pitch on its way. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. The 0-1 pitch. Hard hit ball towards the hole, and that is in there for a 2-out base knock.
Hey, that's a nice piece of hitting right there. 2-out base knock to put the winning run on base. Let's see if someone can catch a gap and end this thing.
Into the box now, Louis Aparicio. Fastball right back to the mound. On to first, and that'll mean a 12th inning is in order as this inning is over. White Sox leave 1. This game remains tied at 6. Striding in once again, Jones. He's doubled and singled in 4 at-bats in this contest. He's ready. Here's the first offering.
1-1 for count.
Shocked he didn't let it fly right there. Usually you're looking for a fastball elevated to get the party started.
High in the air out to center field. Jackson is there, and he has it for the first out. Stepping in, Mike Zunino. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. First pitch of the at-bat. Now the 1-0 is offered at and missed for the first strike. 1-2 now as that's in there at the knees.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fouled off. The 1-2 gets him swinging. He struck him out. Digging in, Omar Vizquel. He was thrown out at second trying to stretch a base hit into a double in his last at-bat.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they saw right there. Maybe the first base coach was giving him the green light to go ahead and go to second base, but obviously it didn't work out in that situation. It did take a good throw to get him, though.
And that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out.
Don't sleep on the bottom of the order right there. He broke out all ambush tactics. First pitch fastball middle in, and he's able to drive that for a nice single.
To the plate now, Kyle Seager, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. There are 2 gone and the possible go-ahead run at first. Before the delivery, a check on that go-ahead run at first. Not close with the off-speed pitch taken for a ball. Here's the 1-1.
Count is 2-1.
Those were two great executed pitches right there away from this batter. He can hurt you in a heartbeat. I don't think anything's going to leak out over the heart of the plate.
2 out with the possible go-ahead run at first. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Now a throw over to first, and he'll get back in safely. Full count now, 3-2.
No pitcher likes to take the count to 3-2, especially when you throw a non-competitive pitch like that on 2-2. That one wasn't even close.
Grounded back up the middle. He's got it. Low throw, but Konerko digs it out, and that'll end the inning. 1 left for Seattle. Weird still tied 6-6. Bottom of the 12th inning now, and that'll give way to the rookie second baseman, Ray Durham. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Ball 1. Good sharp curveball there. The count 1-1. One and 2 now as that one's fouled off. Now here's the pitch. Hit down the line at first. And he'll get to the bag in time. What a do-it-yourself masterpiece.
Number 9.
In now, Minnie Minoso. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Weak grounder back to the mound. And there's out number 2. Ready for another chance. Paul Konerko. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. Now the pitch. First pitch fastball swung on and missed 0-1.
Hey, either this hitter needs a cup of coffee or he was sitting off speed right there.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Yeah, if he's going to pound the zone with this stuff all game, the offense better step up. Somebody's going to have to pull a trigger a little bit earlier in the count.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he strikes him out to retire the side, so we'll play at least 1 more. So they go down without a whimper here. Take a quick walk to keep the blood circulating. 13th inning coming up, and we are all even at 6 apiece. Gary Peters takes the hill now to begin the lucky 13th inning.
Number 43. Gary Peters.
13th inning ready to begin. And next, the dangerous power threat, Brett Boone.
The second baseman, Brett.
Here comes the first pitch.
Count 1-0.
The 1-0. Now a swing as he shoots this down the right field line. And this will find the wall deep in the corner. The throw into second. And your go-ahead run is in at second base here with a leadoff double.
When it left his bat, I thought it might squirt foul, but it hugged the line and found its way into the corner. Thought it might be a little bit closer play at second, but he cruised in there with relative ease.
Standing in now, Jay Buhner. This will take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with nobody out. Behind 0-2 now. Now the 0-2 pitch. In the dirt here, and he'll rein it in as the count moves to 1-2. And some stirring now in the White Sox bullpen as it looks like a right-hander's up and throwing. Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with nobody out. High in the air down the right field line. And this is taken in out there in foul territory with the runner tagging from second. And he is in there at third as the possible go-ahead score. So a big moment in the ball game here. Edgar Martinez, although there are a couple of bases open, and we'll see if they think about working around him. And a ball 1-0.
Boy, this is a dicey situation right here, D-Ware, with the runner in scoring position. The sac fly brings that run in. This is where you're going to really have to try to keep the ball on the ground as a pitcher. What do you want to do as a hitter, D-Ro?
Yeah, right here, you are looking for anything above the belt. You see it up, you have to let it go. This is where you have to check your ego at the door. Something has to be elevated and put into the outfield. Give your team a chance to score a run.
Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with one away. Hit weakly back to the mound. Throws over to Canerco for out number 2. Now at the plate, Mike Cameron, and he bats in a big spot here. Go-ahead run at third, 2 men out. Here's the first pitch. Pulls the string on that one. 1 strike.
No problem with that take right there. First pitch from a reliever, got to calibrate that velocity.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. And they take the lead. It's gone. So a 2-run shot to left center, and it's now an 8-6 ball game. Well, if you're just joining us, that's the 7th home run hit so far in this game. Really unbelievable stuff.
Dan, they're absolutely not going to cover off the ball. I'm curious to get your take on this. I didn't find it to be the truth. I didn't mind hitting at night, but a lot of guys say they see the ball better during the day.
You know what's funny, D-Ro, is I preferred to pitch in night games as opposed to day games. I always thought it was advantage to the hitter, and so far that looks like it's the case in this one right here. They must be seeing the ball really well because they're just absolutely smoking the baseball right now.
At the plate now, Alvin Davis, as he takes a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1, and looking to improve on a 1-for-5 effort so far. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. 2 out, nobody on. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Hit hard towards second, but right there is the second baseman, and that will retire the side. So they get a couple of runs on 2 hits, no errors, and no one left aboard. And now this crowd finds their club behind the 8 ball here as they don't want to wind up on the losing end of this thing. Seattle leads this one 8-6. Leading off the inning, Jermaine Dye, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. First pitch of the at-bat. And down in the Mariner bullpen, it looks like a right-hander's up to throw. Two and 0. Too far out in front that time. He can't keep it fair. 2-1. Here's the pitch. Oh, not cheated on that one. It's 2-2.
I love the fact that this batter continues to be aggressive, but after striking out twice already, maybe he's got to take a step back, see the ball a little bit deeper, and be willing to work deep into the count.
So the breaking ball locked him up there. Jermaine Dye is dealt with for the first out in the bottom of the inning. In now, Jose Abreu, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike one. He's looking for his third hit of the ball game here. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And he takes strike two.
Yeah, this is straight survival mode. Down 0-2. The numbers are definitely not with the batter here.
A ball and 2 strikes.
Hey, it's much easier to lay off the breaking stuff when it's coming in towards you instead of when it breaks away. A good take there.
Hard sinker misses. 2-2. Bases are empty. 1 man out. Hard hit ball to short. Vizquel picks it up. And there are 2 away now.
Now batting.
At the plate, Robin Ventura.
Robin Ventura.
First pitch of the at-bat.
Off the plate, ball 1.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. And this will be fouled away. The 2-1.
3-1 count, tying run on the on-deck circle. You have to be very careful right here to make a quality pitch on 3-1.
Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. Clearly off with his timing on that one. A swinging strike.
He clearly is flat out not seeing the ball today.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Yeah, that's a sweet win, especially on the road. They took the lead in the top of the 13th and held onto it in the bottom to secure this win.
This one comes to a close today at an 8-6 final. The Seattle Mariners sent 5 balls over the wall to come out on top in this one. Jamie Moyer claims the win out of the pen, his first. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Seattle Mariners, 8 runs on 13 hits. No errors. They left 6 men on base. For the White Sox, 6 runs, 7 hits. No errors. They left 6 men on base.